Hey traders, welcome back to the Modest Money channel. Today I'm pumped to dive into a face-off between two of the most popular budgeting apps out there, Quicken Simplifi versus Monarch Money. If you've been looking for that one perfect app to get your finances in order, this video is for you. Both apps promise to make managing money easier. But let's be real, some of these easy-to-use finance apps can end up feeling more like a second job. So, the big question is, does one of these apps stand out as the clear winner? Let's kick things off with a bit of background on both apps, starting with Quicken Simplifi. Now, if you're like me, Quicken has probably been a familiar name in your household for years. Quicken's been around since 1983, and for over 40 years, it's built a reputation for helping millions of people manage their money. I mean, back in the day, Quicken was the go-to for budgeting. It was all about desktop software, tracking budgets, balancing checkbooks, all those classic money management tasks our parents and even grandparents were doing. And today, Quicken has evolved to meet the needs of the modern world with Simplifi, a mobile-friendly app that connects your accounts and tracks your spending in real time. Simplifi is Quicken's answer to the mobile generation, taking everything they've learned from those early days of desktop software and putting it into a sleek, easy-to-use app. In a way, it feels like the ultimate evolution of Quicken, same trusted brand, but totally redesigned for today's fast-paced, mobile-first lifestyle. And personally, I find it refreshing to see such a classic brand keeping up with the times. Now, I want to talk about Monarch Money. Monarch is newer on the scene, but don't let that fool you. It was founded by Val Agostino, a fintech pro who was fed up with juggling multiple apps and spreadsheets just to keep track of his own finances. His goal was simple but powerful: create a tool that gives users a complete view of their money without all the complexity. Monarch isn't just about tracking what you spend. It's built to help you achieve real financial goals by pulling in all your accounts, bank, credit cards, investments, savings, you name it, into one clean, easy-to-read dashboard. And here's the kicker. Monarch is designed for collaboration, so it's perfect if you're managing money with a partner or family. All right, now that we've covered the backstory, let's get into the juicy part, what users are saying. Starting with Quicken Simplifi. It currently holds a respectable 4.2 out of 5 rating in the Apple App Store. Not bad, right? From the reviews I've read, Simplifi users seem pretty satisfied, especially when it comes to the app's reliability. I've used plenty of finance apps where the syncing is spotty, and it can be incredibly frustrating. Simplifi, according to users, nails that connection with banks, and if a bank isn't supported, you can even upload transactions manually. Another thing that comes up a lot in reviews is Simplifi's handling of recurring expenses, things like subscriptions, bills, and paydays. Users love that they can map out their monthly cash flow and see their estimated balance on any given day. Personally, I think that's brilliant. Having that kind of visibility into your financial future without needing to keep mental tabs? Yes, please, but hey, no app is perfect. Some users reported minor lag during syncing, though they admitted it wasn't a deal breaker. And I did spot a few people joking about the lack of a dark mode. I mean, I get it. Who doesn't love dark mode? It's one of those things that seems small until you don't have it. But overall, the consensus is pretty positive, with people loving how Simplifi blends automation with customization. If you want a bit of structure but the freedom to tweak things, it sounds like Simplifi could be your app. Now, let's talk about Monarch Money. Monarch currently has an impressive 4.9 out of 5 stars on the App Store. I don't know about you, but anytime I see an app rating that high, I get curious. Monarch users rave about the smooth syncing across 11,000 plus financial institutions and the app's clean, digestible visuals. It's clear that Monarch is designed to make budgeting simple and easy. What I found interesting is how many former Mint users have migrated over to Monarch. Mint was super popular for years, and Monarch seems to offer that same level of familiarity, but with a fresh, modern twist. A lot of users praise Monarch for giving them the clarity they need without the stress of spreadsheets or disjointed apps. And this is a huge bonus. Monarch also has a collaboration feature. Users can add their partner to their account without having to share passwords, which is perfect for couples or families working toward joint financial goals. I tested this myself with my partner, and honestly, it made money management way easier. All right, let's jump right into the features. One of the standout things about Quicken Simplifi is how it brings all of your financial accounts into one place. I mean, it links up to everything: checking accounts, savings, credit cards, and even loans. Once you connect your accounts, Simplifi gives you a real-time picture of your entire financial landscape. No more bouncing between apps just to see where you stand. I have to say, I love how straightforward and smooth it is. Simplifi's dashboard is clean and simple, which I think makes budgeting way less intimidating. Now, Monarch Money also does an impressive job of pulling in all your accounts. It's known for its sleek dashboard that displays all your accounts, balances, and investments in one view. It's similar to Simplify in that sense, but Monarch takes it a step further by showing you your net worth, factoring in not just your cash and credit accounts, but also your investment portfolio. This makes it ideal for users who want to keep an eye on both their budget and their broader financial health. Personally, if tracking investments is a big part of your financial goals, you might lean toward Monarch for this reason. However, when it comes to the basics of managing day-to-day finances, I think Simplify edges out Monarch. Simplify keeps everything clear and focused on immediate budgeting, which makes it less cluttered for users who don't need all those extra investment insights in their budget app. Sometimes simpler really is better when it comes to tracking day-to-day spending. But to be honest, it is close. They are both really good. I just like the user experience with Simplify a little more. One thing I really appreciate about both apps is their customizable budgeting tools. Simplify has a spending plan feature that adapts to how you spend, whether that's envelope budgeting, the 50-30-20 rule, or just loosely tracking your expenses. It starts with your monthly income, subtracts bills and savings, and shows you how much you have left to spend. Personally, I think this flexibility is perfect for people who don't want to be boxed into a strict budgeting method. It's like having a personal assistant in your pocket, keeping you on top of everything without getting too rigid. Monarch Money, on the other hand, has its own fun take on customization. Not only can you create your own budget categories, but you can also add custom emojis, which, I'll admit, makes budgeting a bit more enjoyable. Monarch also has detailed spending alerts, so if you're approaching a spending limit in a specific category, you get a friendly nudge to rein it in. Now, while these extras are fun, I feel like Simplify's approach to budgeting is a little more intuitive. It's less about customization and more about helping you manage your spending in real time, which, in my opinion, keeps things practical and to the point. If customization is your thing, Monarch probably takes the win here. But if you're after a simple, effective budgeting tool, Simplify's spending plan might be all you need to keep your budget in check without the extra frills. Next, let's talk about savings goals. Both apps let you set up multiple savings goals, whether it's for an emergency fund, a vacation, or that dream purchase you're working toward. Simplify's goal setting is really impressive. It allows you to set as many savings goals as you want without needing separate accounts, and it automatically tracks your progress. What I love about this is how easy it makes staying on top of your goals. You get real-time updates on your progress, and the app even suggests how much more to set aside each month if you want to reach your goal faster. For me, that's a huge motivator. It's like getting a little pat on the back every time I hit a milestone. Monarch Money also lets you set goals, and I'll admit, their visual tracking is pretty motivating. You can adjust your spending projections, play around with what-if scenarios, and see exactly how a few small tweaks could help you reach your goal faster. This is great if you're someone who loves to visualize your progress. Honestly, both apps nail it in this department, so whichever app you choose, you're covered when it comes to saving and hitting those financial goals. Let's get into spending alerts. This is an area where I feel Simplify really shines. Not only does it categorize your transactions automatically, but it also has customizable watch lists. Personally, I love that I can set a spending limit for specific categories, like eating out or shopping, and get an alert when I'm close to hitting it. So, if I've budgeted $150 for restaurants and I'm at 90%, Simplify will give me a heads up. It's saved me from going over budget so many times. Monarch has similar features, but instead of alerts, it focuses more on visual graphs to show where your money is going throughout the month. While that's helpful for seeing the big picture, I think Simplify's real-time alerts are more effective for staying on track day to day. For me, having that immediate feedback is a game changer, especially when I'm trying to curb impulse spending. All right, let's get into pricing because, for most of us, this can be the deciding factor. This one is easy. Simplify is currently one of the more affordable options out there. It's $5.99 per month, billed annually, so you're looking at about $71.88 for the year. And here's the kicker. If you use my exclusive link in the description, you can get 50% off. That's a solid deal, especially if you want to try out the app without a huge upfront investment. Monarch, on the other hand, is a bit pricier. It costs $14.99 per month, or $99.99 per year if you go with the annual plan. So, if you're planning on budgeting for the long haul, Monarch does give a discount for committing to a full year, but it's still noticeably higher than Simplify. Monarch is definitely packed with features, But I have to say, at almost triple the monthly price, you really need to be sure those extra features are something you'll use. The good news is, if you use the promo code WELCOME or click the link in the description, you will get 30% off your subscription costs. If you decide Monarch Money is for you, this will help soften the blow. In my opinion, Simplify offers the best bang for your buck. It's affordable, gives you all the essentials, and then some. Plus, with the 50% discount and the 30-day free trial, it's honestly a no-brainer if you're on the fence. So, is Simplify by Quicken worth it? In my opinion, absolutely yes. I think it's a fantastic tool if you're someone who wants a flexible budgeting app that adapts to how you manage your money without locking you into a rigid system. Simplify makes it easy to track spending, stay on top of your bills, and set meaningful savings goals, all in one place. And since it's mobile-friendly, I can manage everything right from my phone, which is a huge plus for me. Now, I'm not saying this to downplay the effectiveness of Monarch Money. Monarch Money is also a fantastic choice, especially if you're looking for investment tracking or need that collaborative setup for managing money with a partner. It's a powerful tool, no question, but the price tag does reflect that extra functionality. For me, though, Simplify has a great balance of features and affordability, making it the better overall choice if budgeting and savings are your main goals. All right, that wraps up my comparison of Quicken Simplify and Monarch Money. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss future reviews. And remember, if you're ready to give either of these budgeting powerhouses a try, check the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy budgeting.